Ooh, that was
We
bad.
still gotta get up one of those things.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, that's probably good.
I'll fix this.
Okay.
On.
You,
Hey.
I can't introduce this. One of you guys has.
Hey everybody, this is the last. Oh, I fucked it up.
and that's what we are. We're the last fuck up.
Yes. We are the last podcast, Avatar News and Discussion. My name is Anthony.
My name is Michael.
Yes, and we are doing a podcast about Avatar Studios. The new studio is created by Viacom CBS, a subsidiary of Nickelodeon, and talking about anything Avatar world related, Avatar creators related, and anything.
We're also doing a episode discussion. This one, it'll come way later in the video, but we're on episode 2, so fun stuff. But yeah, no Avatar news to kick it off with.
Yes, we have Cabbage Carp news. Michael, would you like to hit it off?
Sure. I'll be honest, completely forgot about all of the news instantly, but I can just mention this. This is hey, I had that right here. But
Incoming.
I was gonna end with that, but just something that happens. It's not super news or nothing like that, but it has been 9 years since Korra came out, and it still feels like it was 2 or 3 years ago. It feels recent.
That is astounding.
Korra has, I don't know, man.
9 years.
9 years, which was bamboozling to me. It came out when I was like 15, which doesn't make sense. But then I look back and I'm like, I was 15 when that came out.
When Korra was premiering, I was babysitting my aunt's dogs while they were on vacation. And I remember hearing about this getting released. I want to say, why do I have the date April 17th stuck in my head? I don't know why, but I do. Don't quote me on that. But
10 days ago.
Quote from Anthony Donofrio.
And I remember watching Avatar to like lead up to that and watching the series like by myself at like 2 a.m. and my aunt gave me like $100 for pizza and I was like for the week and I was like, let's go.
I remember it was announced as like a 1-season thing, and it was exactly the same emotions when Avatar Studios was announced, because I was just like, anything more perfect.
Yes. Like,
so
just
hyped.
Give me more
It was
Avatar.
so cool. The Legend of Korra looked so cool. The whole new characters and everything. Amon, the villain, was so
looked
cool.
sweet.
The
I was
character
like, this
designs
guy's
were
out
cash. Tenzin literally existed, and I was like, hello.
Not to interrupt, but Korra, the first episode was April 14th.
Get roasted.
Gotcha. And that's actually funny because the aunt's house that I was staying at, her daughter's birthday is April 14th.
Ka-chow.
It's all connected.
Boom.
Boop, boop. Like the vines in the tree.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
the
Toph.
Spirit Forest.
Speaking of Korra, though, apparently the voice of Korra is working on a special project for Nickelodeon. Without much more not much more information past that, just the fact that she is working at Nickelodeon, but they have not named the project she is working with them on. If she's getting work outside Legend of Korra in some other, TV show, lit. Voice actors getting cool jobs is cool.
Yeah.
Especially off of the fame of, Legend of Korra. Super cool. But if you could also be doing more Korra stuff,
Maybe.
be fantastic. Top tier stuff.
I did hear the first thing that Avatar Studios was working on was a theatrical movie release.
Yes, I believe it was actually animated movie release, which is
Okay.
important.
4 seasons and a movie?
Yes,
4 seasons, 2 series, and then a movie.
There you go. What?
We'll just cut all this.
Yeah, you threw thoughts in my head. Now, just like it blanked me out.
I just needed to drink. I thought you were gonna go ahead and start talking.
No, yeah, I was.
You
just
looked
like,
at me.
4
You were like,
seasons, 2
I'm like,
series, and a movie.
perfect.
That's
and then we
blew
had
everything else out
pure
of my
silence.
head. Yeah.
Pure silence.
Stared off, and I'm like, I have nothing.
Pure
I have
silence.
nothing.
You're staring off, and you see a good 10 seconds of me chug.
Yeah, I looked at you chugging and Anthony's blank expression, and literally my first thought was, yeah, we can cut all this out later.
Please don't.
Ugh.
I just smell grape. Now.
It was delicious. It was very good.
Grape is the worst flavor of everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. Cherry too, dude.
No. It's either really bad or really good. There's no in between. Grape is all bad. Cherry is extreme.
Man, it's looking like the podcast is falling apart because I can't work with this clown. Okay. Grape is worst flavor of everything.
Dude, okay. The only thing grape has is grape soda. Okay, that's it.
We played that Descent game, and we had this discussion before, and I believe I was the one awarded points.
Because you dissented and you like literally were like got everyone on the side of like everyone hates grape and then all of a sudden you're like I actually like grape. Everyone like lost and you gained points.
We're descending into madness right now.
Okay, yeah, we are descending a little into madness. What were we at? Avatar news still.
Segment. Yes.
News segment still.
We were talking about Avatar news.
We were just talking about the fact that Korra's working on a special project for Nickelodeon. Then there's an animated movie that is their first.
I'm glad it's animated.
Yep.
I'm glad it's animated. It's like, okay, just take a step back.
Especially if it's if it is in theaters as an animated movie, that is exactly what you need to get new fans on board. And I feel like The Last Airbender in the Avatar world, the moment more people get on board, it's going to be so much more hype.
Do you know how hype people were after the Yu-Gi-Oh movie released in theaters?
Oh my god.
I bought so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards because
you're talking Pyramid of Light, right?
Dude, yes. Okay, I went to the theater with my mom.
They gave out cards.
I played hooky from school because mom was OG. She was like, "Yo, I'm taking you out of school and we're going to see Yu-Gi-Oh." And it was bomb.
Yep.
And
I got McDonald's toys that they gave out for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I do not.
Dude, they were really cool. One of them was like a little like pyramid puzzle that had like Yugi's like.
That's cool. The Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. And if you went to theaters and saw the movie, you got a booster pack that always had the 3-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon.
The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and it was fire because my cousins were not able to see the movie in theaters in time. And I got this card, and I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, quick question: did you have the disc?
Oh, okay. So this is actually a fun story. The first, like my parents' first, like, oh, you need to save up money and learn money responsibility was me saving up for one of those, the original one that was like pointy enough to take out both eyes.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, you wanted the thing that could decapitate a squirrel.
Exactly. No, and it was awesome. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. We had gone to Toys R Us, the one, the Midway one that got closed down. Yeah, dude, shout out to Toys R Us and Joffrey
Christina
and Jeffrey.
Applegate.
Anyways, but so we had gone there before. I saw it. We had seen that there. It was $30, and I'm like, $30. That is a reasonable goal for my child. My parents were thinking we will have him save up the money. He will get his lovely toy. He will learn responsibility and grow as a person. So I saved up $30. I remember I had like a pickle jar. That like one that I was cleaned out, filled up with coins and everything, and I had crumpled up bills that rather than keeping in any normal place, I would shove into a different jar, just to the bottom. I didn't lay them out. I didn't organize them. Just another dollar bill, crumple,
Cram.
and then
I need to fit as many as I can in this thing.
I remember I would crumple them all into there, and I would put all the coins in the jar, and then I would pour them all out, count them up, and be like, okay, I don't have it yet, and I would put all of them back, and then next day I would wake up and I would do it again.
Oh, shit!
And I'm like, whoa, I still don't have it. That happened for a while. Anyways, finally the day comes. I got $30. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. We go to the checkout line. I do the checkout thing, and they're like, okay, that'll be $32.50.
Parents didn't teach you about tax,
No, they did not teach me about tax. So I'm like, can you guys... Long live the king. And I don't get it that visit, which was heartbreaking. It was truly tragic because I was hyped. We had gone to Toys R Us specifically for this.
Sam wouldn't help you out.
Uncle Sam wouldn't help you out, nor would I, kiddo. But Lord knows I save over the amount of anything I want to buy now. It did affect positively, but man, in the moment as a kid,
what a devastating blow.
I saved up that amount of money in like the next 3 days and went directly back there. Like it
wasn't,
like
I'm stealing coins out of my mom's minivan.
In that moment, I was just like, no. But yeah, no, that was my...
Yeah, especially because you went there for that specifically.
So back to the news.
Yeah, back to the news.
So back to Avatar news.
We're not good at this.
No, throw this around somewhere.
Yeah. We'll find a place for this.
Yeah.
You know,
it has to be in one straight line. As long as you get everything we're saying, who cares?
Let's be real. The crossover between Yu-Gi-Oh and Legend of Korra fans, I mean, that's just a 1-to-1 ratio right there. I mean, instant.
I'd say so.
That might not be correct.
Was there any other Avatar news we had today?
Yes. Unfortunately, the Brazilian voice actor for Toph, Ana Lucia Menezes, is that how you pronounce it?
Menezes, yes.
Menezes had fallen ill and is no longer with us. She died on April 20th. She also did the dub for Sam Puckett in iCarly, which is just some neato information. And I believe she was also Susie Sheep in Peppa Pig. So that's pretty neat. And then I believe that's all we have for the Avatar news segment.
Yes. So that is the end. Yeah, that is the end of our Avatar news segment. We don't really have much other news.
So now we get weird with it.
We're going wild.
Yeah.
We're going
off topic. So if you could. Actually, Michael, can you help me out real quick? That last discussion that we had, can you just edit that right in here? No.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, grape is the best Powerade flavor, objectively.
Blue anything wins in the energy drink department, or I wouldn't even say energy drink, in the sport drink department. Hey Jeff, how's that blue? I see you picked blue.
I
gave him blue.
I didn't pick blue.
Blue picked you.
Blue.
I gave him blue because it was not the purple.
I didn't want the purple. If you were gonna offer me a purple, I would have said no.
There you go. He would have denied a free Powerade because it was grape.
I will say though, I would have preferred red.
Okay.
Red is top tier.
Okay.
Red and blue were pretty.
I think.
And the combination of those two is purple.
Doesn't equal though.
Yeah.
If purple tasted like a mixture of red and blue, I'd agree with you. But anything purple tastes like cough syrup. So
hold on. The only thing purple that's amazing is when you get a Speedy Freeze at Speedway and you get half red and half blue, and you can still get blue raspberry and the cherry, and it's still a little bit purple. But it doesn't taste like grape. It tastes like blue raspberry and cherry. But not grape.
I just didn't realize I lived with these uncultured people.
What about Barney?
This is terrible.
Barney's
let's be real.
Cool.
I mean,
I do like Barney.
He's a dinosaur from our imagination.
Does he taste like grape? Is the real question.
That is. Now we're getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real podcast.
Do you think his belly tastes like green apple?
He's got a green apple center. You just gotta suck it out of him.
I feel like the center's something different. Depends on what he ate that day.
You better hope it was pineapple.
Yeah, I really hope. I'm really pleased.
Nothing but asparagus.
Not right. How exactly?
On the last airbender.
How do you think a dinosaur showers? Anyway, what is coming up after the Avatar news segment?
Oh God, we just call it Momo's chatter. We just talk about whatever's going on.
Yeah. Whatever's popping
in the world, in our lives.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at my cup. Tell you what. Let's get away from Barney piss and direct it a little more towards the Browns because your boy, we're going to the top. Okay?
Hey yo.
We're a split Avatar: The Last Airbender Browns.
You.
Bro, Baker Mayfield out here.
Don't get me wrong. Love the Browns. Except do get me wrong. I don't watch sports very often. Like I'm in it for the vibe, but any speech you have here is going to completely go over my head.
I caught the one other Browns fan who's like, yeah.
I was gonna see Michael.
Outside of Cleveland, I should say.
Michael
okay, in Cleveland.
Yes.
Honestly, I'll say this though. In Cleveland, no other sports team compares to the Browns. They could say the Indians win the World Series.
Cavaliers.
The Cavs, they don't care. Cavs are important, but Browns.
But it's because they don't play football.
What do you mean?
Football's the thing that's important. Not.
No, but I mean, no other team compares to the Browns because no other team plays football.
That's true.
Apples and oranges.
I don't know.
It's true, but I like apples more than oranges, so there's a comparison somewhere.
Personally, I feel like
they're both fruit, okay? Yes, you can compare apples to oranges. I'm saying it. You absolutely can compare apples to oranges.
And then just say grape.
Yeah, no, okay. You can peel an orange and you don't have to have its own container for it. the skins don't have toxins, okay? That's an Always Sunny thing.
No, I don't. Just eat the whole apple.
You can smoke some cigarettes, you can, kill the seeds.
God damn. All right, but
Browns.
other Giamigo Burr.
Oh, yes, GameStop.
Yeah.
There you go. What did it go up? 8%?
Well, from, let's see, over the course of, I believe on April 7th, it was around $180, and then it steadily declined from there for about 2 weeks. And about
Call him a twat.
150, and then in one day they were just like, "Hey, so we're gonna get all that back."
It was the stock offering.
Yep, the stock offering was the thing that was slowly having it go downwards.
Excuse me, apes.
Held
Would you
low.
like to buy this stock?
Yeah, it's like feeding the squirrels. You just put it in your hands and reach out, and then the monkeys come up and just take it out.
Munch.
The monkeys or the squirrels?
Monkeys are squirrels. Squirrel monkey, avatar animal.
There you go.
Ooh,
Squirrel monkey would actually be kind of cool. It'd be like a spider monkey, but
yeah.
a squirrel monkey.
Yeah.
God, a spider monkey in the Avatar universe is
that's a fucking nightmare.
terrifying sounding. I wonder if it
brought it back though.
would it be more terrifying for it to be like spider shaped but with all ape features, like hands at the end of each of the 8 legs, or would it be more terrifying to be like well that would be like
Imagine a little monkey with 8 arms.
I'm imagining like a monkey, like a
can he
monkey
shit
body,
string?
right? And then, but it still has a prehensile tail, so it can like whip around its webs.
So it can shit out string and weave it with its tail while it,
There you go. Or
Or
it's like a giant spider
Lasso, I
that
don't
can
know.
swing across trees and is the size of a small monkey.
Fuck that.
Terrifying.
Minecraft. Well, big
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's a big spider.
I thought you were
Yeah.
saying Minecraft in relation to me saying terrifying, and I'm like, no, what? No association.
Minecraft is very
Missing it.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Minecraft
It
is
can be.
right. You're at night. You're trying to work on your roof, and
Herobrine. No.
okay, hold on. Microsoft, the Phantoms. They gotta stop.
Bro, the Phantoms.
Yeah, there's
They,
gotta be a way to keep those
like-
things away for longer than a couple days.
Right.
Like
Potion
literally
or
just the
something.
Phantoms. Can we just an option turn off? Phantoms only.
You literally make me
Everything
not want
about
to play
it.
the game
Everything
at
else
night.
about it, totally
Half of
fine.
the game takes place at night, and I don't want to take place in the game for half of it.
Especially because like
Like-
what if I have to go hunting for like ender pearls or something?
Yeah, like
and
you go on a wander.
and I wait
And you
10
can't
minutes.
sleep.
Like
Yeah.
you can't skip the day, but you can skip the night. But
Especially if you have other people in your game, like
Right?
It's
Come on.
so-
all get a bed.
There's
and go,
Hey,
7 of us, no.
Whoa! Everyone, stop what you're doing.
Because
Stop
this
what the
phantom's
corporation
pissing me off.
says to snooze, or they will mildly annoy us with their more taxes on our life.
Yeah,
Everyone,
they're-
stop.
They're taxing you half a heart.
I'd rather that.
Yeah.
Just remove health. Just don't make me
They
get
could
knocked
do-
off the roof I'm trying
They
to work
could
on.
do like a Fallout 4 radiation system where it's like if you're over radiated, it starts limiting your health bar, but
See?
do that for sleep.
Thank
Like
you.
if you don't sleep for so many days, instead of 10, is it 10 hearts or is it 10 halves?
I don't know.
It's not 5 hearts. It's
No,
10,
it's 10 hearts.
10
hearts.
hearts.
So just
yeah.
start limiting it half to half to half. Like if you haven't slept
Yeah,
for
see,
3
okay.
days,
I would be-
you get 9 and a half.
My problem.
Microsoft, why does it take one suggestion to beat yours?
Also, how about this? How about whenever like just you have to click on a bed and get into it, and then the phantoms will no longer target you.
Yes. Okay.
That
I would
alone
be fine with that.
finishes it.
Like your character went to bed.
Yep.
He's fine. Phantoms might be around for other people, but you tried to sleep.
All you
went
have
to
to
a
do
bed.
is-
Because then realistically, it's just drop the bed, right click, break it, pick it up, and then that's all you have to do to get rid of it.
as long as
That
no
sounds
monsters-
fantastic. That does not sound like a negative to me.
Right,
Well,
because
but
then
it
it still
doesn't
forces
sound
you to
bad.
either make a
No.
bed
I
or.
think the whole point of them adding the phantoms was just people are gonna run around in the world and never sleep. Like, what's the point of a bed? But like,
As a spawn point. Why does it have to
Yeah,
be
I was
used every
like-
day? It's like, well, they're not using the furnace they left in the thing 2 years ago, so we should punish them for not doing that. No, that's
well,
dumb.
But I think it's more like they're not using the furnace to cook food. They're only
Using it as an
to, like,
XP grinder?
smelt cactus, yeah, or something like that. So it's like, let's try to bring back a little bit of the real world purpose to it, but it doesn't make sense because
I think
they're
Phantom's
doing
just a
that-
terrible idea for it,
Yeah,
though.
they're doing that through something that doesn't make sense.
Right, like, I
and
like
it's
your
just
idea of
so
like sleep deprivation,
Hey,
where it's
just
like
to let you guys
radiation.
know, we're at 20 minutes right now.
Yeah, we can edit plenty of this out too. But personally, I just feel like there's never a good idea. You can't negatively enforce something. You can't punish someone for not taking this path. You have to have it a reward.
Yeah.
If it
like,
should be,
you slept, you gain plus 10% XP for the next day.
Bingo. Yeah,
yes.
well rested bonus. Like the most recent night that you've slept, you get like a 10% speed boost and 2 golden hearts, like from when you eat an apple.
Yeah.
Temporary hearts. Perfect. That will make more people sleep. You don't need to constantly barrage them with random bullshit.
And then they would take beds with them to mining trips anyway and be like, oh, I haven't slept in a few days.
Then it's a risk on whether or not you're going for a consistent spawn point back at your base, or if you're trying to, or if you're like going on a super hardcore.
Like I want this as my dedicated spawn point,
like,
even if I sleep somewhere else.
Like a spawn anchor type of deal thing.
Yeah, like a beacon would be good.
Nether, but I don't think it works the same. You got to charge it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. But
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna probably go watch episode 2 in the next couple minutes.
Meme of the day.
Yes. Oh. Crap. I don't remember what we picked. We should really have this. We really.
Oh, it was actually all the faces from this episode with the Yonaga Aang being chased, as well as he's spinning the balls.
Oh, is that the meme of the day?
I thought that's what you showed me. Otherwise, I did not select anything. No, I did not.
I was just on something funny.
No, all right.
We'll do the meme of the day after the post discussion, or after the episode.
Or we could do this.
Wow, what a great meme! That's what I'm laughing at.
But I don't have any comments about that.
That's hot and fresh and spicy.
That is.
God damn it! I love
I know
that is a top tier.
I know we're gonna pick something spicy, but I like to make comments about it.
That's fair. And plus, when we come in on the post discussion, I can literally just move that over to the end of the pre-discussion.
Yeah, so let's get
Speaking of which, let's talk about the episode.
Here for now.
Let's just discuss the first episode. The previous episode that we watched had a ton of setup. Ton of character setup and everything like that.
Yes.
That was absolutely the main takeaway I got from it, and does a really good job at establishing the world and the idea of bending through the characters.
Yes, here's what bending is. It's a part of the natural world. Katara narrates the story. It begins with her and her brother finding Aang, an airbender who people haven't seen in over 100 years. So
people thought they were extinct. So, yeah.
Functionally, they were.
Functionally,
yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was not a good time.
Shout out to genocide in a children's cartoon.
Ahead of its time, man.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time. Anyways.
And we also learned about Iroh and Zuko, who Zuko is on a path to find the Avatar, no matter who that is, to regain his honor. And his uncle is accompanying him and guiding him on his journey.
Yep. And their relationship is pretty neat. You can see that Zuko's super obsessed with the Avatar, and Iroh's like, hey, man, chill.
One thing I do want to touch on is I really like how the creators decided to start their stories parallel. Start them at the same starting point. Zuko and Aang start at the same episode 1 starting point. You know what I mean? Like, their story arc, or their stories, I should say. Like, you learn about both of them from the beginning of the series. Like, and you get to see them grow throughout the entire series instead of, like, you're introduced to Zuko halfway through season 2.
That's fair.
What I mean?
That's fair. Yeah.
Like, I like seeing
as like the most consistent antagonist. Zuko's weird because, and in case you haven't seen our previous episodes, we absolutely use spoilers all the time.
We will spoil
everything.
It's been out for what, 17 years?
At least 6 days. You're done for.
19 years.
2008. Anyways,
February 21st, 2005.
February 21st, 2005.
That is days ago. Anyway.
A few months ago.
Zuko's super neat as an
the 2-episode 1-hour premiere?
Yeah, I guess the first airing on February 25th was a 1-hour series premiere, so I guess it was the first 2 episodes.
That's awesome, and that's a
cool.
Great way to introduce people to not only the world, but like
because that first
where
episode,
we're going from here.
It's all set up.
Yeah,
And
then the episode after that is a lot more able to play with things, which is still set up, but workable.
But now we're in the world. We're not describing it so much. But we're gonna let the world describe itself.
Zuko's such a cool antagonist because he's not always directly against Aang. It's just that his goals align against Aang. For example,
I don't hate you. I just personally need to put you in a bag and deliver you to my dad, who's the main bad guy.
On a similar note, if anyone else tries to put you in a bag, I will release you from that goddamn bag. You are mine to be bagged. How dare you?
I got it embroidered and everything. You don't even
get in someone else's bag.
You are my target. No one else's. Zuko, I'm not interested. Thank you.
I don't get to finish my game.
But yeah, no, that's just the only thing I want to say about Zuko. Like, while he is an antagonist, sometimes he's kind of helpful. So
we will see more about that later.
Yes, eventually trademarked. But as for right now, go watch episode 2, called
The Avatar Returns.
I forgot it up until. Who is the Avatar? Find out this episode.
We'll be right back. Welcome back.
Fuck up.
We just finished watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 2, The Avatar Returns. Michael, what'd you think so far?
That sure was an episode. Pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff in that episode. Go ahead.
I would say so.
I'll go ahead and start with the fact that, Zuko rolls up and instantly kicks the absolute dog snot out of Sokka and just kicks him away. Poor Sokka.
Get out of here, bud.
Which I personally liked this. That was while Sokka was still on the metal platform, so he probably had a stable advantage. And also, shout out to Zuko. He had the high ground. Don't
try it, Sokka.
I have the high ground. On top of that, he also, is a martial artist from having to learn to bend and has been training his entire life for a fight with the Avatar. So
Sokka's just outclassed.
Sokka's just outclassed, unfortunately. However, once he does get onto the ice and Sokka's able to move around on that terrain a lot more, I won't say Sokka wins, but Sokka doesn't just get trumped out there. It's still a one-sided fight, but
he does have a couple good moves.
Oh yeah,
he gets a boomerang blow.
And Zuko narrowly dodges that boomerang first flyby, and that boomerang is sharpened. That boomerang would have cleaved his head off.
We have to remember, and is a spoiler here, Boomerang took out Combustion Man.
It's true.
So,
that boomerang hitting would have been nutty. Don't get me wrong. I think Sokka's a little crazy because, in case you didn't see Sokka, there were also 6 Fire Nation men coming alongside that dude. And I'm sorry. He
ran straight for him, spear pointed at him.
Dude. Yeah.
Although he was never the sneak attack guy.
Never. Never. But, I just thought that was a neat interaction there.
Also, Sokka's courage. He's like, I'm literally facing a ship, and Katara's like, Sokka, get out of there. And he's like, nope.
No.
I'm a swing on a bitch. Just let it get near me.
You can definitely see how.
Within striking distance.
Right. He's sitting there and he doesn't even get that because then the snow collapses beneath him and he doesn't even get the chance to swing.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely feel his determination. Clearly he believes that and as far as, the Fire Nation we know, he is their only line of defense. If there are no waterbenders, it is Sokka versus the world right now, and that makes the whole
no fear.
That makes the whole hype up scene where he's getting his war paint on and everything like that.
I thought that was a cool scene.
Super cool.
Also, something I like about that scene when he's putting the war paint on, he notices the candle, the torch, flicker.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to know some tips and tricks for detecting when Fire Nation's around. He saw a candle flicker and was like, yeah, they're nearby. So his dad had to tell him that or something. Well, because it flickered and he looked at it and he's like, all right, time to go, and ran out.
I don't know if that was necessary.
It might just be more a representative thing.
Yeah.
I am going against the fire.
Yeah, I'm going against going against the wind. Maybe he saw the wind direction change.
Because it was in the tent.
Yeah.
Maybe this
but
everyone's supposed to have their own opinion about it. It's
yeah, there you go.
I feel like firebenders existing doesn't do it. Doesn't affect it, especially not at that distance. I feel like that's not.
So it's not like they have a fucking force field of fire within the area is just
Like, you definitely can control it like that. Shout out to Zhang Zhang and Iroh during the breathing techniques before the assault on Ba Sing Se. Spoiler alert.
Dude, when he's just like, I'm gonna breathe a really, really big fire.
He's just breathing, and like it like fades in like an image of the comet overlaid for a second, and it like zooms back out like as he's feeling the power of the comet, and you see like around the platform they're on, there's flames that are gotta be like 10 feet high on each side, just increase. And then subtle increase.
And this isn't our
settle,
lovable, like jovial, jolly Iroh.
That
is our meat buff Iroh.
This
like,
is
the guy who was asleep during the entirety of the fight this episode.
Yes.
Right.
Which, oh my God.
What if he's just pretending like I'm not dealing with that bullshit right now?
I'm
just gonna pretend to be asleep. Zuko I'm gonna let Zuko try
almost
for
hope.
this.
No problem, bro, not mine.
If Zuko can do it on his own, we'll let him keep his prize, but I'm gonna make him earn it.
Also, how nice of Aang. How nice of Aang. He
Yeah.
didn't have to apologize or nothing, but
Sorry.
and he closed it so gentle.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
there
not
are
gonna
people
slam this
with
door.
swords coming after him.
If he slammed it, he would have created one more.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, he's still running. I feel like the person who's waking up still has to put on like their armor and stuff, grab the weapon. He doesn't necessarily know they're a bender.
Right.
Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah.
Gotta put my pants on.
Or you could have just left the door open.
Yeah. I figure it was mostly for comedic effect.
Oh, absolutely, but
Honestly, that whole scene had a lot of like funny, like almost like Bugs Bunny-esque moments.
absolutely.
The running around the guys, like you said, that was a total
literally running circles around them as he just
Ran
like
under his legs.
Does the flip over the guy. Breaks his
I love
Super
that.
cool.
Ever since I was a kid, I was
Super
like, that was sweet.
That
like,
was
It was
cool.
just so cool. And it's like he notices sharp helmet. One other thing I like about that scene, he knows they never fought an airbender before.
Yeah,
he's like,
even talking
you
about
guys have never fought an airbender before. I can do this with my hands tied behind my back. He did.
Yeah,
And-
actually, you know what he did is
Got him.
and game.
Hold on. In today's time, that is an attack.
That's true.
Whoa.
That's true.
Whoa, dude, Aang with COVID could wreck the world.
Dear God.
Airborne?
NATO.
Right.
The new movie from Steven Spielberg.
God. Avatar state.
Yep.
COVID
Yeah.
NATO.
God.
Avatar state. Yep.
Rewinding a bit earlier in the episode, I was kind of annoyed that the grandmother was like, you know, you're not supposed to go on that ship, so you're banished. And then they're like,
She never banished him.
Yeah, but
That
she
was
agreed
Osaka.
with the banishing.
It's true.
Yeah, 'cause
she
even-
didn't step up for Aang.
Like if
But she
Mom was
let-
like, don't let Sokka do
like
it.
if my sister was an
true.
anti-masker and then I just never, said that was bad, I would expect people to be like, bro, why would you not say that's bad?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Good
related to
point.
you. Like
Good point.
if either of you were anti-maskers and I ever had to go into public, no, I'm calling you out. I'm like, if you want to go with me anywhere, put on the damn mask. This is literally shunning someone from a village that, as far as you know, was found in an iceberg, has not been around for 100 years, and you're in the Antarctic. Where is he going? You've basically
He's a 12-year-old child.
You're not supposed to go on that ship, so we will let the child die.
Yeah.
Grandma,
That is fair.
When you're at the South Pole, you're already kind of out of other options.
yeah, like
Are you waiting for some other monster to come along and
the elements are there.
call
Like
back to episode 1?
And like she even knew like that's the Avatar.
I don't
Not
think-
yet.
Technically,
she,
she
knew he was
did
an
not.
airbender.
She knew he was an airbender.
You'd assume, going off spoilers, that the news is already out. Airbenders are fucking erased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she
you suddenly seen one. She even said like, I haven't seen an airbender in a long.
Yeah,
This
I
isn't-
thought they were extinct, and
this
so
is
like
important.
it could be like a thought, but it could be nothing more.
An
than
important
that.
thing that
Like,
she
this is
said.
just a kid. Like,
an important thing that she said at the end of the episode was that this is the first time in so long that I felt hope. So she probably
I
didn't
wrote
dare
that
hope
down.
about it. She
Right.
did not dare hope that it was the
yeah.
Avatar. She's like, this is just
I
some
can't do that
dumbass
to myself
airbender.
if it's not.
And so when all this is going on, she can't house this airbender because at that point you're just endangering the village. So in her mind, it might not be like, is it, should
the risk is too great for the
risk
reward.
the risk is this person around has directly put the village in danger and has likely led to our death.
Yeah.
I cannot keep him around anymore.
Yeah.
Which is slightly more justified, but
children's show.
yeah.
Right. But like honestly,
second episode
of a children's show.
Do I make the choice to save myself or do I just kill the child?
And you know what's great is Kana was the one who told
Just keep the
Katara
child.
about the stories of the Avatar in the old world, which gave her hope. And then Katara finding the Avatar is
Cycle.
what gives Kana hope. And so I like that. Yeah, I like that cycle of like, hey, I was able to give it to you through my words, and now you've been able to give it to me through your actions. So
Also, just on a quick shout out of things, Sokka's turnaround this episode.
yeah, he's
quick.
like, oh, this guy, like, he fought the guy I was fighting.
Yeah, Sokka.
Same team.
Just
We're
absolutely
same
same team. And honestly, I think in Sokka's mind, he's like, okay, so they just took that dude away. He's the Avatar who can stop the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation is the biggest external threat to our village.
And he already knows they're a village.
He
Knows where they are.
yeah.
Well, no, he already knows the Fire Nation is a threat. I meant to say threat, but I said village.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, so he like in Sokka's mind, this makes perfect sense to him because saving that Avatar is the best way for him to protect the village because it's the best chance for the Fire Nation to fuck off.
Yeah.
And straight up, Aang was like, yo, like, if you don't hurt Sokka and his family and, like, the rest
Like
of
that
his
is the
community,
realest shit.
Like, I'll go with you. And
Sokka's
so
like,
Sokka's probably
all of my problems are gone. Appreciate.
a 12-year-old just
let's
sacrificed
go.
himself for me. Like,
Like,
All we gotta do to keep the Fire Nation away, just sacrifice the kid every so often.
hold on.
also, can we just say something? Zuko
Show no
honored
fear.
his promise.
That's true.
He said, are you going to hurt anybody else? He's like, no, I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
and Zuko's all about
Sozin
honor.
probably would. Ozai probably would.
Yeah.
But
And Zuko's just like, no, it's okay.
This is cool for his arc too because it kind of proves that Zuko's not really dishonorable. Zuko's a very honorable individual. He's misguided. Very honorable overall. He's been dishonored technically in the view of the lens of his father or whatever. Not
He spoke out of turn.
Spoke out of turn.
You do that every time you go to the
burnt
restaurant
on his
with your
face, banished and dishonored. I'm like, whoa, okay. One of those is too much, and you just said draw 24. Yeah,
Man.
a little bit extra there.
Also, dialing back to the beginning of the episode,
Dialing?
this was a little bit dialing back.
Little bit.
Sokka and his isolationist tendencies were very, very strong in the beginning of the episode, where he's like, Aang is a threat, and he said something that like kind of caught my ear. He called him foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, you're different. You're not from here. You're a foreigner. And you scare us, so you have to go away.
I mean, it's like those like Aboriginal tribes that live on like vacant islands in like the middle of nowhere. Where,
Yeah.
Anytime
Wahapui.
you're getting speared.
Dude, yeah, the Sentinelese off of the coast of India.
Yeah.
A missionary went there in 2019 when Indian government's like, don't go there. They're an uncontacted tribe. They will probably respond violently. And he goes there in a boat, and they fucking bow his ass. Just boom. And then people were like, well, we got to go get his body. And they're like, no. We're leaving him there. Like, we're not going to get him because that's an uncontacted tribe. Like, we're not just going to keep, oh, what? And then they shoot those guys, and then we got to go for those bodies. It's like,
Hold on, they have bow and arrow. Can't you just show up in like a suit of armor?
yeah, but it's like,
If we evolved past that, now we have to go back. We have to go back!
it's one, out of respect for them, and two, you could bring disease because they haven't contacted like all of the diseases. So like a cold could like just wipe them out.
Yeah. And it's like, we know you'll fuck us up, and we don't want you to fuck us up, and we don't want to fuck you up, because we could fuck you up, too.
Oh, we could fuck them up bad.
Yeah, they're in bows and arrows. I mean, like,
just for preservation.
A repeat of the Aang
Right.
breathing scenario. Done.
But as the opposite to that, because the Water Tribe has already, like, seen what happens when people show up, and it's like, we don't want that to happen again. If you're not with us, get the fuck out.
last time we saw a foreigner, they killed my mom.
Yeah,
Okay, so like,
Yeah, so we're not really feeling so good towards
right.
them.
So I can't really blame Sokka, but I think it's an interesting like note where he's like, you're a
Especially in the
foreigner. And
context
with a
of that
bad
exact
implication.
in the context of that exact moment, all he has seen is a person who has been overall disruptive, taken out his guard tower, distracted his
Saved
soldiers.
him from like not being able to like get out of the water though.
That's
he was trapped on an
one
iceberg.
thing, and he had to get out of there too.
He had to get out of there too, but
you got to look at it in the context of a spy here. You got to look at it in the context of the spy. That was to build trust. Everything else is something. It looks playful. It looks interest, but my guard tower's down. My soldiers aren't being trained. They're not at attention. Katara's being distracted. He's, when we do banish him, he's like taking Katara away. This all feels very much like something to break down the village. And in that specific contest, they alerted the Fire Nation. Like, this is all a lot of coincidental stuff that is all very bad. I don't say it's justified, especially because clearly it's not. But in the view of hyper irrational, like, external forces are bad, Sokka brain completely understand why he's like, this dude's clearly a traitor.
I also think that has to do with Sokka's ego, though, because like that's like the Russian government like committing a cyber attack against the Sentinelese. Okay, like it's like there's no reason for it.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, wait. Whoa, no. Like, okay, hold on.
We don't need a spy. We can just wipe you the fuck out.
Wait.
People that doesn't have cyber.
We hack their trees.
I'm so
writing "fuck you" on a rock and just dropping it in front of them.
Well, like you said, like with a spy. Like a spy for the Water Tribe, the Southern Water Tribe village. There's one guy there. They don't need a spy. It's Sokka's ego kind of getting ahead of himself. Like, oh yeah, they'd want to come take us down. It's like, no, they don't give a shit, dude. You're not a threat. Like,
yeah.
So like, I think it's either his ego or his want to be like the village that they used to be that he never saw.
To be fair.
Sokka?
Yeah.
I think he also wants to kind of play defender just like his dad.
Right.
I don't know necessarily about ego because the people he's afraid of wiped out an entire race. And then said, hey, we're just going to take all your waterbenders. No reason. Don't worry about it. I'm not really feeling confident about this. I feel like it's not ego. It's not whether or not
Maybe
they're
not
valuable.
ego.
It's the fact that they exist.
Yeah.
It could be a bit of both too, but like I see it not being exactly ego, but being like you said, just like bad shit happened the last time people show up, must defend.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a,
like you immediately go like SpongeBob caveman, like
especially like you gotta imagine the amount of pressure like Sokka is. Who else is gonna fight? Yeah. Katara at most. That's the best next shot they have.
Whoa! And when that kid comes back from a potty break, he is gonna
exactly.
Fuck your shit
that's
up,
the next
bro.
thing beyond that. Like Sokka's it. So the amount of like pressure on him, especially like when the flare is going off and shit, he's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
if they actually come here, I'm it. I have to take on an entire ship solo. I would absolutely. I would be out of my mind angry. I would be like, you're gonna be kidding me? Do you really look at it? Look, there are 24 people here, and 9 of them are elderly.
See, for me, it's like they came and took your waterbenders, and you don't have any more. Like they haven't been here in 8 years. If they already know where you're at. They don't need a flare to figure that out.
Do you think all of the airbender or all the monks were airbenders?
How many
I'd say a
villages
majority.
do you think we burned down in Vietnam?
I feel like they really don't care. I feel like fire.
USA.
Fire doesn't care whether you can
Cambodia
bend
and
or
Laos,
not.
like just are completely forgotten in that.
You gotta imagine though.
The war, not the country.
I'm thinking of the lens of Sokka, who is absolutely imagining worst case scenario every time. It is his.
Yeah.
I'm just linking it to something horrible in real life.
When Aang's leaving, and the girl is like, "No, don't go. I'll miss you." That was Katara's inner child. That was what Katara wanted to say, but couldn't.
Look very much like her.
Yeah,
she had like crazy hair, and then Aang says, "I'll miss you too," and looks at Katara. Like he's talking to the girl, but he's speaking to Katara, and Katara wanted to say what the little girl said, but didn't have the courage. Or just didn't feel that way quite yet. But I think that's what she did. She was like the little girl, like, I'm helpless right now. Don't go, I'll miss you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel. Like, at least that's how I think she felt.
That makes sense. Yeah. No, that makes a solid writing parallel. And it makes sense, too, just because Aang was fun.
She he showed her fun that she probably hadn't had since her mom died.
Yeah, honestly, probably not just Katara, but the kids themselves. Like he showed that entire village fun when all the adults are probably like, well, we're just gonna get genocided soon.
How many of those kids? How many of those kids were probably? How many of those kids were probably not even 8?
All
so
of them.
They probably didn't have fun at all ever.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, in their whole lives, they didn't have fun. They may have like
Very
snuck off moments, because like you're kids, you're gonna find a moment.
And saw their 2 tallest buildings burning on their snow television.
Snow vision. Yes.
The watchtower came down. Did you see this, honey?
God.
We will never forget when Sokka's watchtowers fell. Where were you when Sokka's watchtowers fell?
When the first
Where were you when the watchtower fell?
I was sitting at home watching the news, and when the first Avatar hit the watchtower, I thought it was just an accident. But when the second
Aang
time,
is the plane.
that first plane, and then
Appa's the second.
I was thinking the Fire Nation ship
the
going
ship,
around.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Appa could be a very, very good plane.
Appa flying was a super cool moment too.
What a segue!
Yes. Yep.
Let me move with it.
I'm sorry.
The Avatar state was super cool as a scene, and only showed off the waterbending portion, which kind of proves that he can waterbend and will do so with Katara in the future.
And oh my God, that is one of my favorite waterbending moves in the whole series.
The pillar?
The pillar.
The pillars.
He's just like, I'm going to shoot myself 50 feet in the air.
Dude, what
Like a cannonball!
Look at the concentration.
Oh my God, dude.
And then,
Dude, the SpongeBob Last Airbender parallels have never been more correlated.
fish sticks.
God. It happens.
Koi fish sticks.
It happens in Korra too, the pillar, and it's the moment Korra does it, I'm like, it's the thing.
And Amon.
Yeah, Amon does it too.
Yeah.
But
Tenzin do it with
Tenzin
Yeah,
does an air
he
form
does.
of it, yes. But it's the
so
coolest thing.
Cool. And he goes so high up, and he's like, and for everyone to just like look and be like, oh
Oh
shit.
no.
We didn't quite realize what
screw
we
that
got
character.
ourselves into. Yeah, and then Katara freezing Sokka. I'm just a guy with a boomerang. I don't need all this flying and magic.
It's not magic. Water bending. But
Zuko jumping off of the ship.
Yo,
Okay, so Aang
the
is about to
balcony.
fly away. Yeah, the balcony of the ship. He literally jumps what would have been to his death.
it zooms out for like 4 or 5 frames to
It's
really.
like a 150-foot drop. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's so far down.
Dude's done for.
and he's
3
like,
or 4 stories. From
Right.
the deck.
Yeah.
crazy. And he jumps. And he's like, I'm gonna catch a 12-year-old who's got a little tiny parachute, and we're gonna glide all the way down. Like, and yeah, he
It
jumped.
works, but God, you can really tell.
He caught him, but he's like, I'm in this 100%. If I die right now, whatever. Like, I
Because you
tried
gotta
touching the
think,
Avatar.
he's been searching his entire life. He's gotten this close.
Right. It's
having
been
him
3
Nothing.
years
Nothing.
of nothing.
No one in the
rumor,
world.
Nothing.
He gets away now. Let's be real. Honor-wise, he is bound to like tell someone that the Avatar exists and is
hasn't been
around,
seen.
and what the updated information is. Other people can now get out for him. You got to realize his goal isn't just to capture the Avatar or to have the Avatar get captured. It is that he specifically must capture the Avatar and deliver him personally, so that way he can get his honor back.
Yes,
and that
if the Avatar is just
extremely
not a
difficult goal.
threat, that doesn't get Zuko his honor back.
Yeah, if he just showed up with a dead body, that doesn't give him his honor back. Like in this world, Ozai can be like, "Oh, you found a child, tattooed him, and murdered him. That's kind of weird. Okay, bye."
I did it for you.
I did it for you, Dad. You taught me this. It's the only part of his face that's burned.
Yeah, oh my God.
God, that's rough. Why didn't Zuko do that though?
I just killed a child.
Oh, they got. Yeah, so that kind of helps prove why, or how Zuko does have honor, is because Zuko absolutely could have done it. I mean, if that was Azula, oh, absolutely Azula's going nuts like that.
That and maybe Iroh was there to kind of keep him honest. Like,
Perhaps.
hey, like, I'm your brother. I'll make sure, like,
Fuddy-duddy.
this is on the up and up. Like, I'll train him as need be. I'll kind of guide him through his banishment. and
guide him through the fact that you disowned him.
And see, I think Iroh connects with Zuko so much because after Ba Sing Se, when they lost the siege of Ba Sing Se, because spoiler alert, Iroh's son Lu Ten is killed in the siege of Ba Sing Se. He lost the battle, and I think he feels that dishonor that Zuko feels. And so I think he's like, I was dishonored, he is dishonored. He was banished, I wasn't, but I can kind of guide him through that feeling of shame to a better place.
Yeah, and there's also the second, like, I can kind of live as a father vicariously through him kind of thing.
Like, yeah, like I can still... Like, I had something to be able to provide my son. I can't provide that for him anymore with knowledge, but I can provide it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a really cool thing.
I agree with that.
Also, something that's interesting, when they're flying away, this is at the end of the episode, and Katara asks Aang, why didn't you say you wanted to be why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar? He said, because I never wanted to be. Aang didn't ask for this.
No.
He's a 12-year-old kid who's just gotten thrown into, like, the craziest situation.
Yeah, I haven't...
Hey, airbenders might be extinct. There's been a war going on for over 100 years that only you were able to solve, and you are the last hope.
And no 12-year-old
stopping a war.
No 12-year-old asked for that. Usually, you have to wait until you're 14 to get a genocide. Sorry.
Right, come on. It's like, you know, you got to be at least this tall to ride the Holocaust.
God. But also, it's also like immediately telling that not only did he never want to be, it's like, okay, we got to make a few stops before we learn waterbending. It's like, we got to play.
He still wants to have fun. He's a kid. He wants to have fun. And one other thing that was just like an animated bit that I thought was really cool was right after he said, I never wanted to be the Avatar. There was a dark cloud that passes over him, followed by rays of sunshine. And I think that, and not only because I just think this, but also because I watched the Avatar thing where it had the little notes from the creators, and it was to show, like, despair, but
still hope.
You know, it's so, like...
This is super cool. Whenever you're animating anything, literally everything included has to be decided upon. It's not like film in real life where accidents happen, the weather, etc., etc.
Yeah.
When you're including something in anything animated, it is a conscious decision to include something because it means you have to change something. Any change that happens on screen is a conscious choice. Yeah. So whenever you see something like that, they wanted that in there for some reason. And it was worth the money and effort.
And there was enough pause there for you to, like, think about it. Like, it showed the cloud, the music got ominous, it gets darker, there's a pause, there's silence, and then you hear twinkles, the rays of hope, you know, or the rays of sunshine kind of coming through the ominousness, you know, and providing a bit more lighthearted of a tone to that
good moment.
Situation, scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's everything about that episode, yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about for that episode. What a great episode.
God, that was such a good
episode. Awesome... and these were a pairing. So episode 1 and 2 were released when the original series aired February 25th, 2005. Thank you, Jeff. And what a great way to set up the story. Hey, you're the Avatar. You have to learn all styles of bending. We have to travel around the world to find you some masters. There is someone who's after you who has to capture you and deliver you to his father for him to regain his honor back.
And honestly, it also shows us, the episode 2 at least shows us, like, what bending can really be in this world with the Avatar state and the like. Bending can seriously be
It's not just holding
wild.
the fish up.
No, it's not just holding the fish up.
They also kind of show a lot of different styles with Zuko going into, like, the formations and poses at the beginning. Katara literally just flinging water around however she can.
The Zuko with the blade knives where I was like, I am threatened. I am uncomfortable.
They show a lot of different, like, variations in that already.
Super cool.
And I think that is one of those things that shows Zuko's skill, because that's when it's like a real, like, the control to have a blade like that would be, like, really, I don't know, I feel like that'd be tough.
A sustained output, really. And
at such a short, Yeah. Like,
honestly, like beyond just doing like fisticuffs, like if you are like if you're focused on getting in close, like you don't have to worry about the blast. If those are right there, that absolutely makes you so much more of a threat, because not only am I going to punch you and hurt your face, but every hit, my guess is if he can just put it out that way, he can surround his fist in it. My imagination right there.
Fiery
and
punches
also,
are not out of the question.
Yeah, I feel like
basically all of the bending in the tournament, like in the games in Korra.
Yeah.
It's all like fire punch kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which the Korra game is
played
badass,
that.
By the way. If you have not gotten it, please check it out.
I forgot that there was actually a game, but I just meant like the pro bending thing. That
pro bending.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I forgot that.
Although Mako does have a distinctly boxer style fire bending. Style.
They do.
They make a mention of that on the radio guy. He's like, and there's Mako's signature boxing style firebending, you know? Which is cool that you notice that too.
Oh, yeah. They do talk about like how you have to be light on your feet in Korra, which is an adjustment to the bending, because while it's not as strong, apparently, you know, like you're not quick enough with the normal forms, which I don't necessarily know if that's accurate, but okay.
I think it's just an adaptation. It's like, you know, when you have UFC now, and if it went on from the start of UFC to the end of UFC, I think that by the decade's end, you're going to have more talented fighters at the end who have learned everything through and seen all those guys through those 10 years than that first year.
That's
true.
true.
So I think apply that by 100, you know, 100 years passed, and you know, or even just 70 years past, and I think that can have an effect. I don't know if it would go on.
It's also important specifically for the context of pro bending, because like there were other combat sports before that, or Earth Rumble 6.
Earth Rumble, yes.
And they had all these different styles, because I feel like there were probably less rules and regulations in place. Meanwhile,
basically just knock the other people off.
It was very loose rules.
Hippo was like, I'm just gonna remove the whole stage.
Yeah, that's all he did. But it's incredible. Like, and then it makes more sense now for them to develop that quick style, because there are more rules around pro bending, because there are all these regulations around it. It's not.
It's like WWE versus traditional boxing.
There is such thing as like other rules, like hosing. Like you can't just continuously spray the water at someone.
You can't bend the elements on the other person's side. You can't cross the line after you've been back put back a space.
Exactly.
You know?
So like, why would you put your effort into getting a bigger water stream or a more consistent for longer when that's illegal? So they had to go and develop these specific styles, at least for pro bending.
These quick hit and run tactics, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, just to let you guys know, it's at 32 and a half minutes right now.
Fan art section?
Yes, we have an awesome fan art
right here.
I do want to get the name right, so I want to make sure to pull this up.
Yeah, we got permission.
Yes, we will always get permission.
And we will include their links that they wanted us to share about them right here as well.
And if you're listening to the audio portion, fuck you.
Oh, okay. Why?
Let's
See. You can't see it.
What? Oh.
Like,
that okay.
So showing people fan art.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I mean,
We still love you.
I'll literally just record something on my mic, splice it in.
And so this fan art was by Nyx Aurelia.
Looked at it. Yeah. Shot it right on the screen.
Perfect.
Yeah, this was by Nyx Aurelia, called Bloodbend, and it was. I'll show you here. We'll have it up on the screen here so you guys can take a look at it. But very interesting work. Done
cool
digitally. Really cool depiction of Katara bloodbending
in front of
it shows
a huge
blood
moon
outside of the body, which is terrifying.
Yeah,
is really, really scary, because it's like if Katara wanted to be an enemy, she could just rip the blood out.
They really expanded on this.
That's horrifying.
They really expanded on bending's cruelty in Legend of Korra.
Yes, they did.
Shout out to Plea.
Shout out to the Earth Queen.
Yep. Shout out hard to the Earth Queen, because she can't shout. No breath in the lungs. Anywho, but
she suffocated.
She couldn't get enough air behind it.
Anyways, but they did kind of show off some horrors of bloodbending, but nothing outside of what was shown in the original Last Airbender, because it was originally horrifying.
Psychic bloodbending.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still just bloodbending.
Nothing on another level of goriness outside.
Exactly.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
They did add another level.
It's another level, but not in the terrifying, like, okay, this is clearly a different.
Right.
I mean, but with what you were saying about the psychic bloodbending, they were literally using that to control people. Like, that's like.
I feel like the
To take
controlling
bending
of
away.
a person, though, is the terrifying bit about it, not how far they have to go to be able to control people. I mean, although, yeah, you have to think about it like this. In Avatar, Hama was the innkeeper. She could bloodbend during a full moon, like, and that's it. Like, you have the time of the full moon, and only if she's a more powerful waterbender than you are. Whereas Amon and Tarlok. Tarlok and Yakone. They were just like, bloodbending. I'm now bloodbending.
Hi.
What we do.
Right, like.
Hi there.
Oh, that reminds me of like I don't know why, but I thought you quoted Obama when he made that 3-point shot where he's like, "It's what I do."
I didn't, but that's funny.
Also, that's immediately the first thing I popped in.
Yakone is just a really cool name. I
Yakone
like the name
is,
Yakone.
and he was like an underboss.
When you go
like
to Dairy Queen, hey, Yakone looks pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. I
I get
appreciate
you cups.
that. God. But yeah, no. The bloodbending area is super cool. Katara's crying in the moment, so I imagine she might be fighting a stronger waterbender or something, and then, unfortunately, the only source of water around here is
your blood.
Well, something's blood. I don't know if that's an animal. I don't know if it's a friend's.
Well, and like
after dying to said stronger
and
waterbender.
In the artwork, she's crying, showing that like she doesn't want to be bloodbending right now, but she has no.
It could also be Kool Aid.
Well, it's called bloodbend.
Kool-Aid
Oh yeah, creative liberty,
but yeah. So
Kool-Aid Jammers logo on the art.
Perfect.
Here you go.
Yeah, no, just the Kool Aid Jammer, like the Capri Sun packs, just a bunch of like exploded ones off to the side.
Guys, why can't we get other people to let us use their art?
Yeah, I do want to say they did want us to direct you guys to a specific page. Whenever we get permission for an artwork, we will obviously for
Tell them where to find
us
you.
to be able to share your artwork. We're going to direct them to your page. We want to, share what you have, but we want to be able to let you share what you have too.
Yeah.
So we'll direct them your way. Let's see. Where is my inbox? Beep beep beep.
That's what I was thinking exactly.
Yes. So, they wanted us to mention their Reddit and DeviantArt account, which was Nyx Aurelia, spelled NYX. We'll have it here. And their Twitter account, Nyx Aurelia as well, and their YouTube channel. So check them out because their artwork is phenomenal. Really well done, and thank you for letting us show
cool.
it. We really appreciate it.
Bless up. It's honestly really cool.
Yeah, honestly, I love the depiction of Katara. It's just such a dark feel for her that just doesn't normally there.
But it absolutely shows, like if we're talking about power levels, she doesn't like using it, but you done for, kiddo.
Here's something you need to remember.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite moments in the entire series because Zuko has, once again, spoilers, has no idea at this time that Katara can do this at all.
Yeah.
It's the Southern Raiders. They're going in. He's like ready to fight the captain, and the captain just gets bent over, and you just see Katara
just like laid onto the floor,
and he literally his eyes widen, and he just turns to go and question. And I imagine the only thought is in his mind was, I would be so dead.
Which also,
I would live if she wanted it. I'm not alive.
It's kind of a drawback to like 2 episodes beforehand because Zuko joins the gang at the end of the episode. She says, "Look, if I have one reason to think that you're gonna hurt Aang, I'm gonna end you." And so I think that was him kind of remembering like her telling him that, and it's like, oh no, it wouldn't even be a competition. Like I thought I could maybe like, I could fight her off. Like I maybe not die. No, I would be dead.
Imagine
she would just stop me and just kill me.
Imagine she had that information, like the ability to bloodbend back in the first season when it was her versus Zuko or whatever.
New Game Plus.
Oh my god. New Game Plus Katara. New Game Plus Katara is a different breed. Oh my god.
I feel like the Legend of Korra was New Game Plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, here's all your bending. That's not part of the journey anymore.
Nope. Yep.
Let's go.
Go to Republic City.
I think it's cool that they don't do the same thing twice. They're like, we want to tell more in the universe, but we don't want to do the same
Which
shit.
I would still be down because like different avatars would have different problems, but it would definitely have to be more concise. And it would be like the short stories that they could tell would be like
more like different lore backgrounds.
Yes.
Go through different parts of the world.
Like trying to learn
different time periods, like Kyoshi learning firebending when there's no industrial
era. Oh, that would be
revolution
at
all.
wild.
Like you're seeing pre-industrial Fire Nation.
Yeah, we're probably good, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Thank you so much for joining us on our podcast today. Again, this is the last podcast, Avatar News and Discussion. My name is Anthony.
My name is not Anthony. My name is Michael.
It's true.
Have a good one.
Actually, you're lying. You're lying. Your middle name's Anthony. Your
name is Anthony. Lies! Do not fib to the audience or reveal my secrets.
Wait, so am I lying or am I revealing your secret?
Find out next time.
On Avatar.
Tell a friend!